It's gonna take a little more than 80 days to travel around the world, but we know you'll hear about it, cause we are three favorite girls exploring the globe. And wherever life takes us, wherever life takes us.
Hello and welcome to Wherever Life Takes Us. If you haven't watched us before, I'm Gina,
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Liz.
and today we're talking about what makes a good travel buddy.
As you guys know, we are the perfect travel trio.
Yes.
So we thought we'd tell you what is our opinion of a good travel buddy, what makes a good travel group. But of course, it might be different for everybody because everyone has different things that they like to do.
Yeah. Everyone has a different vibe.
And
this
because
is what works for us.
because we get along, we all made lists, but they're probably going to be pretty similar.
Yeah.
Most likely.
So we haven't shared with each other what the lists are before we say it. So we're going to go kind of round robin. So like Liz will go first and then she'll say something that she thinks would make a good travel buddy, and then Gina and then me, and we'll kind of check off the list, see if we have the same stuff, and then whatever we don't get to, we'll make as an honorable mention.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, I guess I'll start. My first one was like for me personally, I'm a very open-minded person, and I try to be positive about everything. So even if it's like the worst situation, you try to look at the bright side of it. So I think that's something that's very important, and we're the same way.
So like optimistic, are you saying?
Yeah, like
Okay.
Yeah, I had on mine go with the flow.
Yeah,
kinda like,
same.
Yeah.
You know,
Optimistic, go with the flow, yeah.
we missed
So-
our plane ride. None of us really got too pissed off about
Yeah,
it. We
we
all
just
kind of...
Laughed it off
Yeah.
and came together to figure out a solution. You know, we worked
Exactly.
well to figure out a solution.
So yeah, that's something that I had, which
Yeah.
is like the first thing on my list.
Something that I had was... this is going to be like a funny one, but like someone who needs less sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone who could run off of maybe 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, or just like someone who wakes up early in the morning, because like I like my days to be full of just doing stuff.
Yeah, like we don't sleep
So-
in when we go. And I'm not a morning person, but we don't sleep in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like someone who would like sleep till 11 or, you know, not ready till 12 or 1.
Oh my god.
I'm not a
That
good...
aggravates the hell out of me because
Yeah.
I like being on time, and like if we have something down packed,
Not even
I
if we
wanna
have
work like
something
that.
planned. Like, I just want to, like,
Yeah.
optimize the time I'm spending in each place.
Exactly.
I just,
Money's
you know,
worth. Get your money.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck.
Yeah, so I just need someone who, like, won't sleep in until, like, 1 p.m.
yeah.
Listen, I didn't even have like time on my list, but one of my biggest pet peeves is when people are not on time. If you tell me to be somewhere at 4, I'm going to be there at 4. That is the same if I'm on vacation. Like, especially like if we're in Disney or something. If we have dinner plans at 7
We're going to be there at 7.
and you're not ready until 7:30,
Oh, no.
there's gonna be a problem. I'm very go with the flow and other stuff, but when it comes to punctuality, that is my biggest pet
Me
peeve.
too. Yep.
So not on my list, but really good one, Gina. So for me, I'm gonna say enthusiastic. So you have to be excited about what we're doing
Yeah.
and willing to try stuff and happy and just kind of like, oh my god, we're in this place and it's gonna be the best time I've ever had. Even though it might not be the first place on your list, if you get taken somewhere and you're like, okay, I'll go along for the ride, be excited about it.
Yeah,
Be
where's your
happy about
energy?
it.
Like, come
yeah.
on. People who are bland about things just, like, ruin it for the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it just makes you think like, are they enjoying themselves? Like.
And then you're
Yeah.
stressed when you
Yeah.
brought somebody somewhere and they're not enjoying themselves and you're like, fuck, like this is on me. They have to enjoy this. They have to have the time of their
Yeah.
life.
I know, like, honestly, a trait me and you share is we get really preoccupied about, like, whether other people are having fun or enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm worrying about you because you're, like, frowning, I'm not going to be able to enjoy my
Yeah.
time. I'm going to
Yeah.
be like, I
And
have to make this person happy. I have to make them like the trip.
Yeah, and in Guatemala, I do remember like I'll be like, are you guys doing good? Like just throughout the day, like we'll just like check up on each other, make sure like we're all good.
We're all
But
happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, another thing on my list, I put down to adventure, like down to just do random stuff if you have the opportunity. Like Kelly told us that we should do what's it called?
Zip lining.
Zip lining.
And you're just like, all right.
We were like, okay, we were nervous about it at first, but like we ended
I
up
didn't
doing
say
it.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like an opportunity presents itself and we take it because it's a
Exactly.
once in a lifetime experience. Like when am I gonna go zip lining over Antigua ever again? chances
Yeah.
are I'm not. So it's just like a very like
Yeah.
you have to be willing to do stuff like, and it's also like the type of traveler you are. Like some travelers love to just sit on a beach, and like that's how they enjoy
Yes.
their time. And I'm
I'm not
not like that.
Me
Like
either, yeah.
we live on Long Island. Like we can go to the beach when we want in the summer. Like
Exactly.
if I'm going to Aruba or Guatemala or
I want to do
California, I want to see things and do things. Like I don't want to
Exactly.
just sit at the pool or by the beach. Like that's not what's gonna make a good trip for me. So that's also like preference. Like I'm not the type of person that's just gonna sit by the pool for a whole
Yeah,
week
me
and be
too.
happy. Like that's just not me. So that's a personal thing too.
Me too. I think like I could do that when I'm retired. You know. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something that goes along with that is I like people who like push themselves out of their boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we hiked up a volcano and stuff. Like that's not
Yeah.
something we do every day, but we're like
Exactly.
we're going to do it,
Yeah.
Even on our regular hikes, like we pick like mountains that we push ourselves to go up.
Yeah, I mean, saying no is just like the biggest like turn off in everything for me.
That's just like in food too. Like if I go
Yeah.
to a foreign country, like I'm gonna eat their food
Yeah.
and I'm gonna experiment and I'm gonna try stuff, even though I don't like things often. Like I'm very picky about. I'm not very picky, but I can be a little picky about my food.
Yeah.
But you've got to be willing to try things, and I think that that's just open-mindedness when you travel. You got to be open-minded to try things and experience new things.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't just get the same things. We went to
Yeah.
Japan. We tried the sushi multiple times.
Yes.
We did not say no
I
until the last night.
I tried sushi before going to Japan to kind of prepare myself because I was just like, I don't want to look like,
An idiot
yeah.
or disrespectful.
or
even.
disrespectful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I also can't eat with chopsticks and still can't, and that was a struggle when we were in
Yes.
Japan.
Yeah. But just like, putting yourself in vulnerable situations, doing things that are out of your comfort zone, I vibe with it.
Yeah. One of the things is like generous, but not in like, oh my god, I'm gonna pay for you for everything, but just in
Yeah.
like if we go out to dinner,
Sharing or something.
Gina takes the meal one night and Liz takes the meal next night, I take the meal next night. Like not splitting everything down to the penny. It's just like
Yeah.
you got me on one thing, okay, I got you on the next thing. Like you end up,
Exactly.
you know that you're gonna end up even, but it's just like
We did that really well in Guatemala.
Yeah.
Like, we all just kind of been like, oh, I got this Uber. You
Yeah.
get the next one.
Yeah. we were all
worked
really
well.
good with
And
it.
another thing that I like with us is that we're very straight up. Not like rude straight up, but like we'll be like, hey, like I did this last time, so do you want to do it this time? And then
I think that's another thing on my list,
Yeah.
honesty. Like if Gina is doing something that pisses me off, I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah.
Not that you do, but just theoretically, like I
Yeah.
feel like honesty, like, oh guys, I really don't have the money right now. Like I'm waiting for my check to hit, which happened to me while I was in Guatemala,
Yeah.
and you guys helped me out that one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like that's the type of stuff that makes for a good generosity, that type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, to go
Yeah.
along with
Honesty.
generosity, I also thought like just like being willing like to share with people. Like we all shared shampoo or body wash if
Yeah.
Yeah.
necessary.
Or,
I'm
like,
not gonna be like, that's my
you came in
toothpaste.
clutch.
Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
Gina came
oh
in
my
clutch with the
God.
shampoo and the body wash. That's like the one thing I
Yeah.
constantly forget to pack. I never remember soap.
No, I always
Ever.
remember that, and I'm always like, I always bring the big bottles for my girls, cause
Yeah.
just in case, you
Yeah.
never know who's.
And
gonna
I
run
always
out.
overpack, so I always share my clothes with
Yeah.
everybody.
And then,
Yeah.
you guys remember the beginning of our trip? I bought like a speaker.
Yeah.
We all chipped in for a speaker that now I like keep. So like
You ended up
like,
you sent us the money back. You didn't want us
Oh,
to pay
really?
for it. Yeah.
But like just things like that.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter. Like we're gonna. Enjoy
We're
our
all
time.
enjoying
Yeah.
it.
So next on my list is organized. Not okay. It's
Well.
tricky though, in the sense that Kelly like explodes. Like her luggage
her
just
luggage
goes.
just-
I really
everywhere.
just overpack and there's not enough room to in my luggage. So to
Yeah.
get to one thing, I have to take out 7 other things. So my luggage just ends up exploding and I also don't give a shit about it. So
You
Yeah.
overpack every trip.
Every trip.
Every single one.
So I'm not like a bitch about it, but like, do you guys remember? Like I would like try to tidy up a little bit.
she would clean. I would be like, Liz, you don't have to do that. And she would just
I
start
was like,
cleaning.
No, I
Especially,
do.
oh my
like-
god, our last hotel in Guatemala, it was huge, but every single surface area was covered in Kelly's stuff. I don't even want to say clothes because it was just like
The thing was,
stuff.
I really didn't overpack for Guatemala, but I bought so much
Yeah.
stuff.
So it was just
Because
everywhere.
my carry-on was almost empty, if you guys
Yeah.
remember, on the way there. And then I bought so much crap while we were there that I didn't have room.
Yeah, but like this like organized doesn't mean like, oh, like she has to be like so clean in her hotel room. It's mostly like, you know where your passport is, you know where the tickets are.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
a big
where-
one.
That's a big
actually.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, if Liz bought tickets for something, I would have faith in her to make sure she had the
Yes.
tickets or she knew what time we were supposed to be there. Like,
Well, Liz
that's
has folders too, if you remember.
Yeah.
I am
You were the
very
mom.
organized. So I like had folders. I printed out the tickets just in case my phone didn't work. Like,
and when we went to Disney, I had that Ziploc bag of all our Magical Express passes,
Exactly.
our magic bands, our Germax, our masks, or everything.
exactly. Kelly's very unorganized in the hotel room, but apart from that,
I'm very organized
very
with planning. Like,
organized.
planning,
I was gonna
I
say planning.
it's clean. It's
Yeah.
clean lines, it's folders,
Exactly.
it's bags. But you put me in a hotel room to get ready in 5 minutes, shit's gonna get thrown across the room, and I apologize, and I appreciate you guys for loving me anyway.
I feel like I'm more internally messy. Like my suitcase is always like
Exploding.
no, my
Coming out
suitcase.
the top though.
Yes, it's always open, and I just go in there and I like shuffle everything in the suitcase,
Yeah.
and then I take it out. So my suitcase is always a mess when I bring it home from
Yeah.
trips.
It's
But like,
so
who cares
funny.
at that point? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny how different we are. Because me, I'm like, I go through my suitcase, which is already organized. I take out what I'm going to wear the next morning, and then, like, put
I've been doing
whatever's
that
dirty
recently
back,
on
yeah.
my trips, just so like I don't have to freak out
Yeah.
in the morning looking for things. But pretty much my suitcase is a mess. Like I just don't unpack it. I just
Yeah.
move things around and then bring it home and go through the mess.
yeah.
Wash
The mess.
everything.
Wash
'cause I don't
everything.
Remember.
Yeah.
Let's see. Something else on my list is someone who's comfortable traveling cheap. You know, not needing 5-star hotels and like not wanting to go to the most expensive restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm just a more like kind of Airbnb, hostel,
Yeah.
wherever. It's honestly mostly hotels, I guess. Like I just don't need the
Yes.
5-star biggest pool in the country
Yeah.
kind of hotel. It's just somewhere to sleep for me.
Yeah, I put the same thing, but just like in a similar budget mindset, like if you have the money to be spending on these 5-star hotels, like by all
Go
means, go
ahead,
do it and
yeah.
find people that want to do it with you. But I think us as a group, we're very on the same page.
We
We're like,
make minimum wage almost.
spend
Yeah.
less for the hotel and more on activities.
Excursions,
Or
yes.
like
Yeah.
in Disney, I'm really, really good at like budgeting a Disney trip, assuming that we're not drinking around the world. Like those are the type of stuff that like you gotta budget and you gotta work and you gotta go with people who have similar budgets and are on the same page as you.
I think it's
Exactly.
just really hard to travel with someone who just has very high standards for hotels.
Yeah.
Because they're costly once you start
Yeah.
going into the 5-star.
Hotels, I feel like, are the most expensive things.
Always.
So, yeah, I definitely agree on that.
No, that's a good one.
Especially if you try to, like, travel to different countries, and a lot of countries, you're not gonna have the money
Yeah.
to spend on, like, crazy things. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put compromising, meaning like if I really want to go to this historical place and you really want to do this adventurous thing, we both do each other's, even though it might not be what we want to do. Like you're
Yes.
willing to compromise what you want to do in terms of, well, we can do this and we'll do this so that we both get what we want out of the trip. Like I think that's really key because like I'm into the historical stuff. Liz might not necessarily be into the historical stuff, but
I'm always down.
she's
She'll
always
come
down
to it,
for me,
yeah.
and I always make, you know, if we're going anywhere with any sort of Disney property, I'm always like, so guys, Disney, and you guys are always like, yeah, okay, let's do it, because they know that it's something that means a lot to me, and
Yeah.
I would do the
Yeah.
same thing for them.
And, you know, that's on your bucket list, and we're all trying to help you achieve that. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly, which I appreciate.
All right. Another thing on my list is sense of direction, which
Mm.
I think I don't really. No, we all have a good sense of direction. Like,
It's
We all just
decent,
street smart. I think
Yeah.
that's a good word for it. Yeah.
yeah. So.
And when we
it's very
put all
short.
of our brains together and, like,
Yeah.
sit down and look at a map, and we're like, all right, guys,
Yes.
we could figure it out. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like we're lost for hours or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've gotten lost on a hike or two.
Yeah.
But
We're all really good in that.
We're
sense.
very, and none of us panic. Like we're all very calm.
we kind of
s-
laugh about everything
Yeah.
that goes wrong. to be
We're
honest.
we're very street. Sometimes what goes wrong ends up being the best stuff.
It's
You know
just
what
funny.
I mean?
Yeah. It's a
But I
good
think we're
story.
all just very street smart in terms of like we're not gonna go off wandering alone. Like we're not stupid. We're gonna be careful. We're gonna
Yeah.
you know let each other know when we're doing something. We're not going to keep our phones in our back pocket.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Something else on my list was just someone who enjoys nature. Like, who's down to get dirty. You know, I like to do a lot of adventurous stuff, like we said. Little
Down
dirt.
to just, like, see the sunset, see the sunrise, or, like,
Yeah.
just simple things like that.
Yeah, just, you know, not being afraid of getting a little sweaty.
Exactly.
Even
Yeah.
when we, like, dress up nice and stuff, I still sweat through, like, nice outfits. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah. Well, that goes with me. Somebody who's willing to take a photo. Because
That's a big one.
I
Yeah.
like to get pictures when I'm at these beautiful places, and I like to look beautiful and be in this beautiful place, you know, not spend all our time on our phones, but you
Take
guys will
nice
go the extra
pictures.
mile to make sure that you take a nice photo for me, and I think
Yeah.
that I do the same for you guys.
Yeah.
And
No,
I think that's
Kelly
important.
goes, like, above and beyond for us with our pictures, so...
I'm like getting on the
She
floor,
does.
taking the
She
angles.
does.
I do like,
Exactly.
I enjoy that though. Like taking a really good photo of my friends is like
Yeah.
satisfying. Like I feel like I did something for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely on my list. I really like, and then Gina in general takes, for the most part, especially you take much better like scenic photos than I do.
Yes.
So like I like that you're willing to share those with me. While I am willing to like go the extra mile to make sure you look amazing in a photo, like that type of
Yeah.
thing. Like it's a give and a take, and I think that photos are really part of the experience.
Yeah, you two are, like, definitely the photographers of the group, because, like, I'll try to take a picture, and then I'll be like, Gina, you could take a picture. So,
You're funny.
it's true, though. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm just like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
So, that was basically everything on my list. I don't know.
Do you have anything?
Nothing that we didn't say. Just like someone who's patient, low maintenance.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
last thing on my list, low maintenance. Yeah, but I guess that kind of goes with the budget, I can't have somebody who needs,
Or like needs me to hold their bag or something.
Yeah.
I've dealt with that on group trips, and I'm just like,
like, just,
girl,
Sorry.
if you bring it, you carry it.
yeah, just in general, like, don't be a bitch if you have to wake up early, or if the food doesn't taste good, or if an excursion is not what you
Yeah.
thought it was going to be, like,
Just
go with it. Like, be happy that you're
Yeah.
there and you're experiencing something that not everyone gets to do, right? Everyone who travels is blessed.
Yeah.
We have the opportunity and the privilege to travel. Not as many people do have that privilege as you think. So that's like one of the biggest things for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all
That's
right,
pretty much it.
yeah,
So thank you guys for joining our mini episode. I hope you
learn something.
learn something about, good people to travel with. Let us know what your ideal travel buddy looks like,
Yeah.
because I'm sure everyone has a different,
Are you
likes
high
and
maintenance?
dislikes. Yeah, are you high maintenance? Let us know. We won't, we're still friends.
No judgment. Yeah.
But thank you guys for coming and supporting us. Don't forget to check out our YouTube and our Instagram at whereverlifetakes us_. We do have a link in the bio for our website. You could contact us there, or our email in our Instagram bio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of places for you guys to get in touch with us, so please reach out. We love to hear from you guys.
yes.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye, guys.